Hi students, welcome back to another session on electric charges and fields. So in the previous class we learned about an electric dipole. We also found the electric field on the axial line of an electric dipole and also on its equatorial line. Today let us try and understand the significance, physical significance of an electric dipole. So physical significance of an electric dipole. Basically, you all know that electric dipole is what? It is just a combination of equal and opposite point charges separated by a small distance. That's an electric dipole. Whereas naturally we find that there are molecules which do have this dipole effect. Some molecules are readily electric dipoles. Some molecules will have induced dipole effect. I mean to say, if you take some molecules like carbon dioxide or methane, in these, their positive charges and negative charges, they have common center, and thereby there is no dipole here. I mean to say, the effect of positive and negative, they fall on each other, and thereby there is no separation between the charges, net charge is zero, so no effect of dipole here. So these are not polar molecules. There are no poles in this. Electric poles are not there. They are called non-polar molecules. Whereas if you take, say, water, for example, H2O. If you take a molecule of H2O, there you find that positive charges in this molecule and negative charges, their effects are not at the same point. They have a small distance between them. So thereby, that constitutes an electric dipole. So this is readily an electric dipole. Whereas whether it is this or that, these are called as non-polar, these are called as polar molecules. But both of them can create a dipole effect in them in the presence of an external electric field. So if I apply an external electric field on them, there will be separation of charges, positive and negative charges maybe, so that can be considered as an electric dipole then. So these can have induced dipole effect, these are readily dipoles. Even there also, if you apply some electric field, you will see the effects, different effects of dipole there again. Okay, so that's the physical significance. So in daily life, you will find there are different molecules which are actually electric dipoles. Some are non-polar, some are polar. So in different ways, they react to different situations, like in the presence of an external electric field. When I say external electric field, there are two possibilities again. There may be an uniform electric field or a non-uniform electric field. So that's the basic significance of this dipole. So there are molecules naturally available which are electric dipoles. That's why we are studying electric dipoles here. So now let us try and understand what is the effect of this external electric field on a dipole. Like if I consider an electric dipole placed in an external uniform electric field. Say for simplicity, we will take uniform electric field, means the strength of the field is uniform, same at every point. In such a field, if I place an electric dipole, then there will be some forces acting on the charges of the dipole. So what exactly happens? Let us check that. So electric dipole in an external electric field. So if I place an electric dipole in an external electric field, what will be the effect? Let us check that. So as a simple case, let me just consider electric dipole placed in an uniform electric field at some angle theta with respect to the field. I will take, say, the dipole is in this manner. This is minus q, this is plus q of the dipole, the two ends of the dipole. This is the center of the dipole O. The length of the dipole is 2a, so thereby from the center to the end of the dipole distance is a, let us say. So dipole length is 2a here, and p is the dipole moment. What is the direction of p? Already you know that, negative to positive, that is clear. So it is in this direction. So then now let me just apply some external electric field here. For instance, if I say there is external electric field in this direction, so upward, electric field is in the upward direction, means it is making some angle with the dipole. So it is not exactly parallel or perpendicular to the dipole axis, it is at some angle. So what will be the effect of this field? When I show one line here, it's not just one line here, it's actually there is external electric field in this direction upward uniformly. So everywhere the field strength is same. What will the electric field do to a point charge? It will exert some force. So there is some electric force on this charge due to the external field. So in what direction? A positive charge experiences a force in the direction of the applied field itself. You know that. So the force on positive end of the dipole is in the direction of the field itself. What about the negative charge? It is exactly opposite, which is opposite to the force on the positive charge. So here is the negative charge. So equal and opposite force acts on this negative charge now. Now these two forces constitute a couple. The moment of couple is called torque. So there is a torque on this dipole due to the external electric field. What does the torque do? An external torque acting on the dipole will tend to rotate the dipole. So you can understand here, it's a couple of forces acting in opposite directions, parallel to each other. So they tend to rotate the dipole in this manner. So what is the torque on the dipole? So torque on an external, torque acting on a dipole is given by what? It's a general definition, simple. That is the magnitude of one of the forces into the perpendicular distance between the two anti-parallel forces is called torque on the dipole. So torque is denoted by tau. So the torque acting on the electric dipole in an external electric field is given by what? The basic definition is very simple. It is the product of the magnitude of each of the forces and the perpendicular distance between them. Between them is between the two anti-parallel forces. So now, what is the perpendicular distance? Of course, mathematically you have to measure. So let us say, for example, if so this is electric field direction. So this is theta. I will check. The external electric field makes an angle theta with the dipole axis. Let us say. Then, what is the perpendicular distance? Here is one force upward. Here is the force downward. The perpendicular distance between them is this much. This is the perpendicular distance. So how much is that force? How do you get that? If this is theta, of course, here is the angle theta. So then this length is 2a, right? This is the distance which we want, perpendicular distance. This is theta here. So you just take sine theta. Sine theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. So what we want is then, in that case, 2a sine theta. So this distance, I will take it as, for example, x. Sine theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, x by a. X by a is equal to sine theta. Therefore, x is equal to a sine, sorry, not a, 2a. The total length, 2a. 2a sine theta. This is the perpendicular distance. So, what is the torque given by then? Tau is equal to one of the forces, the magnitude of one of the forces, and the perpendicular distance between the two anti-parallel forces. Anti-parallel forces, that is x into 2a. I can directly write, or f into 2a sine theta. What is f here? It is the electric force on the charge q due to E, electric field intensity E. What is the force on a charge in the external electric field? That's simple. Charge into electric intensity. So charge into electric intensity is the force, and therefore the force direction is same as that of the electric field here. So on the negative charge it is downward, on the positive charge it is upward, but the magnitude wise the force is same, which is F is equal to Q into E. So therefore I can write here F as Q into E. So QE into 2a sine theta. So then in a dipole, there is another quantity, important parameter, important characteristic of a dipole, that is dipole moment. What is the dipole moment? Dipole moment P is equal to 2qa. You know that. And the direction is of course negative to positive. So this 2qa is dipole moment. 2qa is dipole moment. So then I can write P as the dipole moment, E sin theta. This is torque. Whereas torque has a direction. So I will put vector here and I will put some vector, unit vector, maybe n, whatever. Then in that case, let me not just call it as n here, I will call it as some p itself. So tau is equal to p sin theta, and you know the vector product p e sin theta, p into e into sin theta, that is p e sin theta, nothing but p cross e. So in short, you can write tau as p cross e. So therefore, tau is equal to p cross e. So the torque is given by p cross e. What is the direction of this torque? General torque on a body you have already learnt in first PUC itself. The same thing holds good here also. When two equal and opposite anti-parallel forces act on a body, when they are separated by distance of course, then torque is acting on the body, which tends to rotate the body, and that torque has a direction perpendicular to both the forces. So perpendicular to this axis, perpendicular to both these forces, there is the direction of torque. So that is given by in this equation P sin theta. So perpendicular to both P and E. So E is vertical on the board, P is negative to positive like this. Perpendicular to both P and E, that is perpendicular to the board, there is torque here. So P to E, P to E, when you just curl your fingers, thumb gives the direction of the cross product. That is P sin theta has a direction outward in this particular situation. In case if you take electric field downward now, then of course the torque will be in the opposite direction. So that will be into the board, we can say. The directional vector here will be into the board. So this is what? Torque. So P sin theta into n cap. This is the general expression, or in short, P cross E. So but then there are different possibilities here. One is the dipole here may be parallel to the electric field or perpendicular to the electric field. That also is a possibility. And again, if it is perpendicular, if the electric dipole is exactly perpendicular to E, then what will be the situation? Let me just remove this. That is, dipole axis perpendicular to the external electric field. Means what? That is, dipole axis means of course the P direction, right? So P and electric field. P is perpendicular to E, right? If this is the case, which gives you theta, how much? If this is parallel in this manner, horizontal, and electric field is vertical, theta is 90. So theta is equal to 90 degrees. So thereby, what will be the torque? Torque is PE into sin 90 into n cap, which is nothing but sin 90 is 1. So PE. So this is the maximum torque. The torque is maximum if the dipole axis is perpendicular to E. That's very simple. Now, what will be the case if the dipole axis is not exactly perpendicular to the field, it is parallel to the field? In parallel, there are two possibilities again. Parallel or anti-parallel again, right? So there are two cases. So let us just check that. I'll remove this here. So in this same diagram, I will just consider now electric field instead of that way. If I take electric field is horizontal now, and the dipole is minus Q plus Q. What are the forces now on these two? On plus Q, the force is towards right in the direction of the field itself. On minus Q, the force is towards left in the direction opposite to applied field. Then what will be the net force on this? Net force is 0. The force is same on each charge because the electric field is uniform, we have said. If the field is uniform and if the dipole is parallel to the field, then the force is 0. The net force is 0. Hence, no torque acts. So, if the force itself is 0, tau is equal to E is having F also knowing that E is equal to Q into E is equal to F by Q. So, if F itself is 0, then tau is equal to 0. So, whether it is parallel or anti-parallel, in case if plus is this side and minus is that side, then on plus the force is to the right, on negative the force is to the left. In each of these cases, the net force is 0, which implies torque as 0. So no torque acts. When an electric dipole is placed parallel to an external uniform electric field, remember uniform electric field. If an electric dipole is placed in an external uniform electric field parallel to it, parallel or anti-parallel, it's the same thing. In either case, the force is 0, the net force on the dipole is 0, and thereby the net torque is also 0. So, this is dipole moment parallel to electric field. In this case, the net torque is 0 and net force is also 0. Whereas, what if the field is not uniform? That is, say this electric field is say increasing in this direction. If the field is increasing in this direction, then field at any point on the left on the left is less, on the right it is more. Okay, so stronger field. So field is increasing in that direction. Let us say it is an increasing field. Means it is not uniform. At every point the field is not uniform. It is not constant. It is less here, more here, still more here, further more here, like that. So field is becoming stronger as you go to the right. If such field if you use, that is instead of uniform field, if you use increasing field in this direction as it is, then you can say that on plus Q the force will be stronger because the field is stronger there, force is more. On minus Q the force is less here in this particular case. Whereas in this case, on minus Q, sorry, on this plus Q the force is less, whereas on the negative Q the force is more. So then what will be the situation? In the first case, positive charge has a larger force, so therefore the net force will be in the direction of the field itself, in the direction of increasing field. Whereas in this case, when the dipole is anti-parallel to the applied field, negative charge will have stronger force because the field is stronger there, and that is to the left. Force is in the opposite direction, opposite to the field. So the net force is towards the decreasing direction of the field when the dipole is placed anti-parallel to the field. If it is parallel to the field, the force, net force is in the direction same as that of the increasing field direction. So that's about torque. See, non-uniform field, what I explained you just now, is not very important for your syllabus, whereas uniform field, that you understood. Thank you.